Dan Howley always gives you some pointers on ways to save money. And today in his tech support segment, it's ways to save money on your cable bill. Be careful. The people who own Fios, who are the parent company of us, may be watching. You don't want to make them angry, Dan.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get fired after this one, but it's okay. I had a good run. As you probably know, and a lot of people know, cable bills are incredibly expensive. And it's no wonder 3 of the major cable companies this year alone have increased their prices for things like broadcast fees. And that adds up over time. But there are a few ways that you can cut down on your bill. And the first one I want to talk about is your DVR. Your DVR is something that was cool before streaming services. You could watch TV on your own time. You could watch the Mets lose, like I do, after the game itself. But in reality, you don't need to do that anymore. And DVRs, by the way, are incredibly expensive. Some of them start out at $9.99. They can jump to as much as $29.99 a month. So if you really want to save, get rid of those DVRs, because chances are, if you're already spending the money on those and you have that extra income, then you probably also have Netflix. And so that just makes more sense. The second thing that I think you should do is probably go ahead and get rid of those extra cable channels that you have. Chances are, again, you signed up for 200 channels thinking that there would be something on at least one of them. But in reality, there's never anything good on. You still go through the same channels all the time, flipping back and forth. You don't find what you want. So you just end up, watching Netflix. So I would say if there is a channel that you particularly are interested in, see if you can shrink your package to just have that channel. The main thing I would start with is those premium channels, the HBOs, the Showtimes, the Stars, the Epics. Look at cutting those, because those too can be as much as $10 a month. And that really adds up. And look, Game of Thrones is over, so I don't really know why I have HBO anymore. After that, I would say go ahead and get rid of your cable boxes. Your cable boxes can cost as much as $10 a month as well. And that is a huge expense. Now, when I was a kid, my parents had a bunch of different cable boxes in the house. And I remember thinking, why do we have a cable box in our kitchen? We don't need that many. Get rid of them, have only one cable box in your living room or whatever TV you use most, and save that money. If you get rid of 3, then you're saving $30 a month. And over the year, that's a lot. The next, and this is something that's a tried and true method, at least it used to be, was to call and try to negotiate. Now, it depends on what kind of level of plan you have. And if you have a lower level plan, cable companies are now more apt to just let you walk. They're making money off of your internet service, so they don't really need you. But if you have a more expensive plan, you can try negotiating to lower those prices. And don't give up after one. Be like Adam. Go ahead and call them again and make sure you get the deal that you want. And if you don't, well, then that's the cable company's lost. And finally, my biggest piece of advice is to just ditch cable. Go with a streaming service. There's no reason to have a cable subscription right now when you have virtually unlimited content on Netflix, on Hulu, on Amazon Prime. There's no reason to have a cable subscription unless you want something like live sports. And if that's the case, look for an alternative like YouTube TV, $65 a month. You still get a host of channels and everything you want. And Adam, I think I'm going to get my last paycheck tomorrow.
I don't think you have to worry. After all, they know what you get paid. But I got to tell you, the reason to have cable is so that you can watch for the 3,000th time the rerun of Godfather 2 when you can't find anything else on the 300 channels that might come with your bill. Dan Howley, thank you very much.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.